Hello everyone and welcome back to mathMinutes. In this video, we'll explore the fascinating world of fractions. So grab your pens and let's dive right in. Alright, first things first, what is a fraction? Well, a fraction represents a part of a whole. Imagine you have a pizza and you want to share it with your friends. Each slice you give them is a fraction of the entire pizza. Cool, right? Now, let's break down fractions further. A fraction has two parts, the numerator and the denominator. The numerator tells us how many parts we have, and the denominator tells us how many parts make up a whole. For example, in the fraction 3/4, 3 is the numerator and 4 is the denominator. So, in our example of a pizza, this would mean that the pizza had been split into 4 slices and we have 3 of them. Now that we know what fractions are, let's explore the different types. Fractions can be classified into 3 main categories: proper fractions, improper fractions, and mixed numbers. 1. Proper fraction. A proper fraction is when the numerator is smaller than the denominator. For instance, 2/5 or 7/8 are proper fractions. 2. Improper fraction. An improper fraction is when the numerator is equal to or greater than the denominator. Examples include 5/4 or 11/3. 3. Mixed number. A mixed number is a combination of a whole number and a proper fraction. For example, 3.5 or 2 3/4. Now, get ready for something interesting. Equivalent fractions. These fractions may look different, but they represent the same amount. For example, 1/2 is the same as 2/4 and is also the same as 3/6. We can see this visually. To find equivalent fractions, you multiply or divide both the numerator and denominator by the same non-zero number. This process does not change the value of the fraction. For instance, 2/4 is equivalent to 1/2. Since we can divide both the numerator and denominator by 2. Now, let's see fractions on a number line. We plot fractions and they help us understand their size compared to other fractions. Both of these fractions fall between 0 and 1, and 2/3 is more than 1/2. Visualizing fractions makes learning more exciting. Sometimes it can be difficult to see whether a fraction is bigger or smaller than another. This is where placing fractions in order comes in useful. To compare fractions, we need to write each of them over a common denominator. The first step is to find the lowest common multiple of the denominators of the fractions we are considering. We can then rewrite each fraction as an equivalent fraction with this same denominator. At this point, it's a simple case of comparing the numerators. Let's consider an example. We rewrite 3/7 and 4/9 so that they have a common denominator and then find which is larger. First, we find the lowest common multiple of the denominators, 7 and 9, which we see to be 63. Then, we write each of the fractions as equivalent fractions with 63 as the denominator. We multiply both the numerator and denominator of 3/7 by 9 to get 27/63. Then we multiply the numerator and denominator of 4/9 by 7 to get 28/63. Since 27 is less than 28, we find that 4/9 is larger than 3/7. Alright, let's touch on adding and subtracting fractions. Always remember, we can only add or subtract fractions if they have the same denominator. So let's say we have 1/3 plus 2/3. That's 3/3, which simplifies to a whole. Let's look at this visually. Whether it's for addition or subtraction, always remember to keep the denominator the same and work out the operation on the numerator. So, consider 5/7 minus 3/7. This works out to be 5 minus 3/7, which is 2/7. Fractions are everywhere around us. From sharing snacks with friends to measuring ingredients for baking cookies. Fractions are super useful in real life and mastering them will make you a fraction expert. In this video, we've learnt about the parts of a fraction, types of fractions, equivalent fractions, and how to add and subtract them. And on that note, thanks for watching, and be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more fun learning videos. Until next time, keep curious about the world of numbers.